and see if I got a good sound check. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakatam. Yahweh Shema Aratam Bahashem Yahushai. Okay. When is the first? The first is tomorrow, right?
No, the first is today's first.
Oh, they tell me we return the thing today.
So, like, did you want it, the camera angle that high up, sir?
Like, yeah, the way it is, because, I mean, unless you can fix it over there.
No, I'm saying, like, it just tilted to you.
Yeah, if what happens is it'll get me here.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. If it can be put on the floor, that'll be better. I think it would be better if you could adjust it that way. Like, standing on the floor somehow will bring you to, like, the height of that.
I don't think it would be,
like, I don't know if you got this on the podium, but you don't have to have this on the podium, but it still can make the same height. If you know what I'm saying. Problem is
the cord. Yes,
that's the only issue.
The only problem is it's just a little too high. If it could tilt down a little bit.
Oh, that's what you're saying. It's too high.
Let's see.
Let's see right now. Right there should be good. Oh no.
It's like it's low. Let's see, that should be too wide though.
Right.
It was just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be bad.
Slackers, so you spell your name A-H-S-H?
Yep. That's how it is. It's fire in Hebrew.
Yeah, it's like I was asking what it meant. You know the party name, right? Okay.
Fruit.
Was a slack. I was asking that. Cap was already on. It was the same spirit.
All right. Let me put this link out to this brother in Puerto Rico. And then I'll throw it up on Facebook too. Just bear with me. Where's that? What happened here? Why it closed up? Oh, I know why, because that call. Y'all just bear with me. We'll get started in a few. All right. So in the meantime, anybody online, if you do have a question before we get into today's lesson, y'all can go ahead. You know, it's the law class, so we're gonna teach. All right, we're gonna teach. Facebook real quick, so with me. You have any you have any questions?
I think I do.
All right.
Okay.
If anybody's got a question, feel free to ask it right now.
Okay, so for the brothers that married outside their race before they came into the truth, and let's say
so you're asking if these are for the brothers. Estos son para los hermanos que antes de la verdad se casaron fuera de la nación de Israel. They married outside of the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Let's say the race wars pops off like today. Do they tell them to go to their people, and then
who's the they?
That other nation, whoever they're married to, do they put them away at that time? Or is it unlawful or what?
Okay. You're supposed to stay with your wife, right? If you had married outside of your race. Now, if it was a race war coming, eventually the Lord will put it in somehow that they'll either, leave or stay with you, one way or the other. You remember during the Exodus, Moses had 2 wives, right? Before the truth, right? He had what? An Egyptian woman and what else?
Was it Canaanite woman?
Whatever she was, right? It was two females of a different nation, a Midianite to be exact. Remember the father-in-law's name was Jethro. Remember that? Right? And did they leave? Right? They still with him. So that should answer your question. It could be that they'll leave because the Lord make them leave, or they'll just stay with you. We'll see when that happens. As far as putting them away, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. You just better pray that they will leave. Now, is this somebody you know about, or is you asking that somebody asked you this question?
No, I'm just asking in general.
Just to know.
Because I know Israel. I know a few Jakes that have
heathen wives. Right. Okay. So my question to you is, okay, you know that they have heathen wives, but in the conversations with them, has that come up? No. You just wanted to know, just in case if it ever came up, you know the right thing to say to them. Yeah. Okay, no sweat. No sweat. The right thing to do is find out. That's why you're in class.
Because I guess former line of work, just damn near everybody has heathen wives all over the world.
Yeah, it's like that, because it's like exotic. It's exotic thing. And my own grandfather, my mother, even though she was a daughter of Ephraim, her mom was Ammonite, was a daughter of Ammon. She was born in Tokyo. I'm talking about my mother and her sister, my aunt. Both of them were daughters of Ephraim, but they were born in Tokyo because my grandfather couldn't keep it in. So he got this heathen woman, got them pregnant, and got her pregnant, not them, but her pregnant, and she buried them 2 daughters. So that's what it is, So anything else? Anything else? No, nobody else. I need to find out who is online. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yashem Rakatam, Puerto Rico. ¿Tiene pregunta? Ahora es el momento de hacer tu pregunta si tienes pregunta. Let me check in Streamline. Let's see. Because the most dope about Streamline that the chat can show up here. Let me see. All right. Okay, haz la pregunta antes de empezar. The light is on. Anybody in the view?
His head is turned on. I can't. Looks like one.
Let me see.
Shalom.
All right, shalom. It's your first time here?
Yes.
All right, so we go through a protocol. Everybody walks into this door, gotta get searched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you just put her up over there, but she know. Yeah.
Way down the wall. You
Yeah.
have anything in your pockets?
Okay, tengo libre albedrío, free will. Okay, he wants to know do we have free will? Okay. Tiene que ser más específico en cuestión de que si está en el mundo o que si está concuerdo a la Biblia, que si tiene libre albedrío. Perdón, libre albedrío. Right. So the brother in Puerto Rico, he asked him this question. He wants to know whether or not if we have free will or not. You know, because according to church, according to Christianity, right? According to what everybody believes, right? It seems like we have free will, right? You're able to choose, right?
Right.
And in certain occasions, the Lord did say choose, right? Choose to follow his laws or choose death. So now if you weigh that matter out,
Right.
that is a choice, but that's a life and death choice.
Okay.
All right? Somebody find me a scripture where the Lord tells us to choose. Right?
Okay.
That is according to the Bible, that is. Now, according to the world, you can choose whatever the hell you want to do. But the problem is, like I said, it's always a life and death situation with Israel. A lot of us choose to smoke weed. A lot of us choose to smoke crack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Muchos de nosotros tomamos la libertad en elegir o tener el albedrío libre de elegir a fumar marihuana, crack,
Wow.
de ser homosexual, de ser lesbiana, de casarse fuera de la nación. A lot of us choose to lean on the free will of marrying outside our nation, becoming homosexuals and lesbians. But when it comes to Israelites, it's a certain difference. You understand? Right. It's a complete and certain difference. So, since you don't have a headscarf?
No, that's my first time.
Okay, so what you do is you're gonna put on your hat. And somebody give me the scripture. We're gonna tell. Before we go into the answering the brother's question. As a matter of fact, let me answer the brother's question, and I'm gonna explain to you through the scriptures as to why all sisters have to cover up their heads.
Oh.
All right. So give me a scripture where it gives us a choice between life and death.
Come on, sir. Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
Estamos en el libro de Josué 24 y 15. Joshua 24 and 15, right?
Come on.
Go ahead.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord,
right,
choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell.
Tell them where we at one more time.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
Right, estamos 24 y 15 del libro de Josué. If y'all didn't know, if Joshua would have been walking right now on the earth, he'd be a Puerto Rican.
Right.
Because he was of the tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
Okay. Now, let me get this in Spanish because I need to run it back in Spanish. We're doing this from bilingual, so I need brothers and sisters to bear with me.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to not ask any questions because I'm going here in English and that might come over here in Spanish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it both. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Israel right now speaking Spanish and English and Patois and Creole. Okay, and if we're born among the heathens, we speak of the Tantoya, you know, and all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with them. Huh? Dice en Josué capítulo 24 y 15, y si mal os parece servir al Señor, escogeos hoy a quien sirvas, si a los dioses a quienes sirvieron vuestros padres cuando estuvieron de otra parte del río, o a los dioses de los amareos en cuya tierra habitáis, que yo y mi casa serviremos a el Señor. That's a perfect scripture.
Okay, sir.
That is beautiful. Para contestar tu pregunta, libre albedrío en cuestión de la nación de Israel tiene consecuencia. What I told the brothers, free will among Israelites does have consequences.
Right.
Like we don't understand this. America, the church, they all tell you, well, you can choose whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it'd be wise to do the right and wise thing to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is a matter of life and death. A lot of us not knowing the scriptures, we became everything that the Lord said not to do. Why? Because we chose not to, right?
Okay.
Right? Deuteronomy 28 and 15, just to solidify. Deuteronomy 28 and 1, then Deuteronomy 20 and 15.
Okay.
Give me that quickly.
This Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start 1.
Oh, yeah, you're going to read 1. Pablo, allá en Puerto Rico, me sigue. Tiene dudas, tiene preguntas. Al tu pregunta ahora, ¿ves? Que en la escritura el Señor nos dice que escoge a quienes Dios vamos a servir. Si el Dios del Padre de nosotros o de los amoreos que eran africanos. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, for instance, let me talk about Puerto Rico. A lot of us Ephraimites on the island of Puerto Rico, not just there, but in the Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying? Our brothers, Simeon and those Ephraimites, they're still there, you know what I'm saying? And among Manasseh, you know what I'm saying? We got this thing where we are Christians or we Catholics, but we also into Santeria, just like Levites, you know what I'm saying? So we're choosing to serve two false gods. And you see the consequences that we're suffering, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? When you smoke weed, what do you think you're actually doing? You're serving another God, right? You see that? You see how that works? You know, you say, when you out there trying to get it, you serving another God.
Right.
That demon, that money, you know what I'm saying? That mammon, what the scripture called in the New Testament.
Right.
You're trying to get that. You know what I'm saying? Because why? We choose it. We choose to do these things. We choose to not obey. And by not obeying, like, we got to understand, there's consequences. If we black, if we Latino, if we Native American, there's severe consequences. Let's take it here now. COVID-19.
Right.
How many of us, because we chose to live among the heathen, right, and do their thing, right, and be among them and what have you, how many of us out there now are dropping dead, right? And you can give me 18, the book of Revelation, and I believe 4, right, to solidify that point, right? But what since he had to go check this brother, you gave me the Deuteronomy 28:1. Pablo me sigue. Muchos de nosotros elegimos de estar, tomamos las costumbres malas de las otras naciones y por esa razón estamos contagiándonos y muriéndonos de este virus, este COVID-19, ¿verdad? Que está matando a todo el mundo. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I was just looking at the report today. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the report today, right? And the report was showing the difference between flu, the influenza, and the COVID-19. Now, they said, okay, there have been a lot of deaths among people who caught the influenza, right? But they noticed that with the COVID-19, it spreads faster. And because it spreads faster, the death mortality rate is higher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which, because of what it is. Now, what nobody is acknowledging is that everybody's saying, well, okay, Donald Trump is right for saying it is an invisible enemy, because it is, but this invisible enemy is the Lord sending the death angel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And you got, like, the nations ain't gonna say that, because why? Proud Trump.
Right.
This Pharaoh that we got that's ruling this United States of America, this Pharaoh, he's just as hard-headed, if not a little bit extra, than Pharaoh of our former slave master.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you have the Deuteronomy 28:1. Go ahead.
Sorry, and I also have
just give me that one first, and then we'll talk about the other one. All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28:1.
Estamos en Deuteronomio capítulo 28:1. Me sigue. Si tienes preguntas, dudas, lo que sea, habla, ponerlo en el texto para yo verlo, para entonces yo puedo, contestar su pregunta, ¿ok? So, entonces, Pablo in Puerto Rico said the Chinese in Puerto Rico are embarrassed. You know, and a lot of your brothers don't know. There's a lot of Chinese that live in Puerto Rico too. Okay. Just as a lot of Ishmaelites that live in Puerto Rico too. You know what I'm saying? And they've been over 50 years there. And he's right. They are now in Puerto Rico embarrassed, especially now in Puerto Rico. If y'all don't know, just like in Trinidad and Tobago, they got it on lockdown. Okay, talking about the only time you can actually go out to the street, they all base it off the last digit of your license plate. Wow. So then for like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, a certain number of people based off their license plate can only go outside. After that, the other portion. Wow. If you get caught out there, you go into jail. Good night. That's how it is in Puerto Rico. Good night. All right. And it kind of makes sense because there's an island of only 35 miles by 100 miles width. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to do something like that. But here's the thing. They got to find a better way to deal with the people, because eventually the people are going to start itching. Right. And they're going to start being discomforted. You know what I'm saying? Right. Esto es lo que sucede en la isla de Puerto Rico. Ya sabemos que en la isla de Puerto Rico no se puede salir, excepto si el último dígito de tablilla hay un cierto número que permite que tú sales 3 días, no sé cuáles son exactamente, creo que el lunes, martes y miércoles. Entonces, para la otra población de la isla, tiene que todo es basado bajo el último dígito de la tablilla de tu carro, ¿ok? Y entonces, esa es la situación que estamos viviendo en la isla, que están viviendo en la isla, ¿ok? So now, vamos a Deuteronomio 28:1. We're going to Deuteronomy 28:1. For question?
It's Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Sí, no, estamos en Deuteronomio 28:1, nos dice así, mira, dice, y serás que si oyeras diligente a la voz del Señor tu poder, keep going,
to observe and to do all his commandments,
para guardar, para poner por obra todos sus mandamientos, go ahead,
which I command thee this day,
¿verdad? Que yo te prescribo hoy, go ahead,
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high,
¿verdad? También el Señor tu poder te pondrás alto sobre, go ahead,
above all nations of the earth.
Okay, sobre toda la gente en la tierra, above all nations on the earth. Now that's an option, right? That's option number 1. That's choice number 1, right? If we decide to diligently listen to the voice of our God, right, our power, then He's going to set us above every nation on the face of the earth. You understand? What does this mean? In layman term, there is no equality.
Right.
Not according to what we just read. I don't know about a lot of people out there believe, well, we're all equal. We all bleed red. Well, apparently that's a false statement. Dogs bleed red, monkeys bleed red, seals bleed red, whales bleed red.
Right.
Are we all the same?
Wow.
Are we all equal? No. That right there shows you something with creation. The Lord created life, right? Created creatures, and not every creature is equal. That's even in amongst the species, the multitudes of species that the Lord has on the earth, right? How many species of ants out there? Right? Now think about this. You got the fire ant, the honey ant, the bullet ants, right? So on and so forth. I just named 3, but there's many other sugar ants, etc., right? Can the bullet ant get along with the army ant? Nah, that's the problem right there. Now, can the sugar ant get along with a bullet ant? That'll never. They're both ants now.
Right.
But even though that species, right, there is no equality. Everyone consort to their own kind, as the book say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And what humans don't understand, and the white man don't understand, is that we are not created equal.
Right.
Point blank, plain and simple. Though we all have some form of communication, though we all have some form of logics and a sense of awareness, right? Though we all eat, though we all procreate, right?
Right.
But we're not created equal, because apparently one people is stronger than the other.
Okay.
That's obvious. One people is more, what's the right word? Innovative than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Apparently, it's what it is. And Christianity can't teach this. Christianity is all about you, my brother, you, my brother, you, my brother. Well, guess what? That don't apply today because of COVID-19, right?
Right.
So much for the brotherhood in church, right?
Right.
COVID-19 got you separated, right? Mm-hmm. See that? Apparently, equality don't happen right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said if we would have heard on Chile, el Señor nos dijo que si nosotros oirás diligentemente, ¿verdad? Diligente a la voz del Señor nuestro poder, que para guardar los mandatos, ¿verdad? Para guardar todas sus reglas que fue prescrito en aquel día con Moisés, que él iba a ponernos sobre toda la gente en la faz de la tierra. Right?
Right.
We will be above all nations, ¿verdad? La iglesia nunca jamás van a enseñar eso. La iglesia, ahora mismo con este virus, ¿verdad? Es obvio que no hay igualdad. You know? No hay igualdad en la iglesia porque ven que hay una separación. Everybody's separating right now, right?
Right, right.
And what happens so much for also coming together with your fellow man, right? At the table of brotherhood, right? It's all a joke. You know what I'm saying? The Lord force the people into showing there ain't no equality.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that's a powerful move that the Lord did right there. You These politicians around the earth are scrambling to find a solution.
Right.
They're scratching their head trying to get all their scientists, right? It was Isaiah 47. We'll talk about that in a little bit, right? Now jump down to 15, right? So if we did everything that the Lord said, do and hearken unto his voice, he's going to set us above the nations, ¿verdad? Si nosotros nos ponemos a escuchar y hacer todo lo que debemos hacer, concuerdo a lo que dice la palabra, él iba a ponernos sobre todas las naciones. Go ahead.
Okay. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Ahora estamos en 28 y 15. Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So hold on there. Let's bring it back in Spanish. Si será, si no oirá la voz del Señor tu poder. Go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Para guardar, para de poner por obra todos sus mandamientos. Go ahead.
And his statutes.
Y sus estatutos, right? His statutes. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Que yo te intimo hoy. Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
Que vendrá sobre ti todas estas maldiciones. Go ahead.
And overtake thee.
Y te alcanzarán. So right there, if you're thinking free will, si piensa libre albedrío, ¿verdad? If you're thinking free will, well, here's the choice. Go ahead.
Right.
Choose. Choose straight up and down. You want to choose? Okay, no problem. Choose. Let's see. I'll choose to eat crack. Excuse me. Some people would eat it, but I choose to eat pork. Yeah, you gotta be a serious fiend to do that. You know what I'm saying? Start picking, start looking for crack like you're searching for many little ticks on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You know, smoking crack, doing coke, doing this, doing that. Third. You can choose to do that, but it comes with a price, man.
Right.
And if you do choose the right thing to do, it also comes with a price. Go ahead, Kwasha.
It's heavy because the blessings is only about 13, 14 verses, but curses is about 50 of them.
Yeah. Okay. Now don't look at it as these verses like that. You know, don't look at it that. Look at it as more like if we did the right thing, how much more easier would it have been for us?
Right.
Less headaches, less struggles, less worrying about where this money's coming from, less worrying about brotherhood, less worrying about this and that. But we chose to do the opposite of what the Lord said to do.
Right.
That's the problem right there. That's the real problem. We decided as a nation, we're not going to do what the Lord said to do. We ventured out.
Right.
And we use that term. We ventured out to find out what happened if I became a homosexual or a lesbian.
Right.
What would happen if I decided that I'm going to shoot up in my veins all this heroin?
Right.
What would happen? Well, guess what? Now you know.
Okay.
Now we know. Families got destroyed.
Right.
Some of us that got gray hairs remember the epidemic, right? That epidemic, you know, from the 70s and the 80s, right? Some of us remember. We were born to parents who were already junkies. Right. And then when we became the junkies. And we taught these 90 kids how to be the junkies. And now look at them.
Right.
Sagging with their butt cheeks out.
Right.
See how the pattern went? Because we chose not to hearken unto the Lord our God. Eso es lo que sucede, ¿verdad? Que el Señor nos dio esta forma de elegir lo que es correcto o lo que no es correcto, ¿verdad? Que Él nos dijo que si oirás a la voz de Él y no guardamos su mandato, ¿verdad? Y todas estas maldiciones nos iban a alcanzar. Y eso es lo que sucedió en nuestra vecindad, en nuestra comunidad. Ya vemos las consecuencias en aventurar qué es lo que iba a suceder entre nosotros si decidimos hueler cocaína, fumar crack, meternos agujas, ¿verdad? Toda clase de maldad, ¿verdad? Ya sabemos lo que sucede. Ya vivimos, y aquellos que somos ya mayorcitos, nos recordamos los años 70 que nuestros padres estaban ya utilizando la heroína, entonces llegan a los años 80, donde el crack, la epidemia del crack nos consumió, ¿verdad? Los hijos que nacieron en los años 90, ahora mírenlo hoy en día, con la nalga afuera, you know? ¿Por qué? Porque decidimos no obedecer la palabra del Señor. Okay? So now, Zach, give me the 18th. Want to ask for Revelation?
Come.
All right. Anybody else got a question while he looking for what to ask for? Brothers or sisters, if you got a question, anybody online, if anybody on the Facebook got a question, let's go, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? All right, anybody got a question? Y'all brothers got a question? Nobody, sure. You was about to make a comment? Go ahead, make it.
So like, yes, sir. It's just funny. I keep experiencing this and I keep going and dealing with it. Like, everybody that I know, that I've known for years, when I talk to them about this and invite them to class, everybody want to say, well, send me information first, or send me this first, or they want to know before, but it just puzzles me. Like, okay, if I say let's go to Red Lobster, they will go without question. If I say let's go to
the crack house,
they will go without question. So it's so, I'm starting to get used to now saying, you know what, I'm gonna lose people, but it's still hard. Like, I'm just like, why everybody want to know everything before, sir?
The thing is, because it's just that zeal that you got right now, you don't want your own to die. Unfortunately, the reality is you're gonna have to let them.
That's right.
You have to let life teach them. That's what it is. You know, I'm in Puerto Rico. I will go to everybody with a flyer. Here you go, man. This is what it is, man. Stop going to church. Yo, I was on a rampage and I was doing it over there in Puerto Rico by myself. People wanted to smack me. People will argue with me. I'm talking about, yo, that's what I have to deal with. And as you grow into the truth, you realize you did right. I'm not saying you did wrong. You did what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, it's the Lord that want or you don't want.
Right.
You just plant the seed.
Right.
You add the water, and He make it grow. All right, that's what you do. All right.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4.
Estamos en Apocalipsis capítulo 18 y versículo 4. Give me a second. I need to go there for the brother in Puerto Rico and for all Latinoamérica que están pendientes, ¿verdad? Que por primera vez, si están en clase y deben estar en clase, porque tu iglesia jamás y nunca te va a enseñar la verdad. Esa es la realidad. Tu iglesia te está mintiendo y se están aprovechando de ti. ¿Okay? Y te mantiene en la iglesia, te vas a convertir en un bruto más que un clavo. You stay in church, you're going to be more dumb than a damn nail. You stay in church.
Right.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4.
Right, so like I said earlier, como dije anterior, right, we want to be around the nations, right? We want to take on their customs. We want to do this and that because we all together, we all Americans, right? I'm sick and tired of hearing Israelites say that constantly. No, I'm an American. Right. I support the Democrats, or I support this and that. Listen, there's consequences even taking that stand in your life.
Right.
Go.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4.
Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
Entonces Juan el relevador dijo, y oí otra voz del cielo que decía, go ahead,
come out of her, my people.
Salid de ella, mi pueblo. Come out of her, my people. Possessive pronoun.
Right.
Mine is a possessive pronoun.
Right.
They don't say everybody, right? They don't say humanity, right?
Right.
You don't see all nations. Come out of her, all nations.
Right.
That's not what we see. We see a people that is the Lord's people.
Oh, God.
That's point blank, plain and simple. And if you don't know, guess what? We're going to tell you right now. Every so-called black man, West Indian and Haitian, every so-called Latino, right, of so-called Indian descent in the what is now the United States and throughout the New World, right, and every North American and Seminole Indian, you make up the 12 tribes of the nations of Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We belong to the Lord. That's why he's saying, my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like my children.
Right.
You a dad, you got children, but those are your children.
Right.
Not their children. It's your children. So the Lord has his children.
Right.
Hence the term, the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And he said, come out of her. Come out of who? What does it mean to come out of her? Go ahead, young man. Hold on. Let me see your first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now think about what we're reading now. The Lord, this is John the Revelator. John the Revelator, a black man, okay? Everything you learn in church, believe me, all the disciples, and the apostles and all the Israel, the black or Hispanic, Native Indian, right?
Right.
So John, being a black man, he saw this vision from the Lord, from heaven. This is what he's seen.
Right.
And he heard a voice that said, "Come out of her, my people." Come out of who's the her? Before you answer, let's see if she probably can give. Okay, that's the best answer. Okay, if you don't know, you don't know. Nothing wrong with it.
Right.
That's why you come to the Israelite school
Right.
of University of Practical Knowledge. A school is a place where every black and Hispanic and Native American Indian man and woman and children can learn the truth.
That's right.
Not candy coated, not on the side of something. No, you learning the truth, right?
That's right.
That's
So
right.
now, young man, go ahead, Gad, go ahead. Who's the her?
America.
America is the her. You know what I'm saying? America and the European society built. Come out of her, my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come out of white people's society.
Right.
Come out of all the other nations' societies and their philosophies and their theories. Come out of her, my people. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
There it is. In American society, there's a place for every kind of sin under heaven,
Right.
under the clouds, under the sun. Every kind of sin.
Right.
You want to smoke Newports? No problem. Live with pleasure, right? You want to smoke crack? No problem. There's a crack house in every corner.
Right.
You want to smoke weed beyond belief? Now they got what they call them dispensaries, right?
Right.
Before it was the weed spot. Now it's called, it was nice terms, dispensary, herb life, and so on and so forth, right? And stock markets and all that, right? If you want to be a whore, now there's a place there too. It's called church and the whorehouse.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
If you want to be a homosexual, there's a choir for you.
That's
You can
right.
You can dress in purple with yellow fringes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a murderer, there's a place for, heck, if you want to be a clown and go bury people on the floorboards, there's a place in America for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a place that's there. But what the Lord is saying, come out of my people, that ye be not partakers, right? Read it again.
Come out of her, my people.
De la sal de ella, mi pueblo. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Porque no seas participante de sus pecados en América, en esta sociedad. Hay un sitio para cada maldad. Si quieres fumar crack, si quieres fumar cigarrillo, hueler cocaína, si quieres ser homosexual, tú puedes estar en una iglesia, ¿verdad? Vestido como esos patos púrpura con flecas amarillas, ¿verdad? Si quieres ser lesbiana, si quieres ser cualquier cosa, en este lugar hay un sitio para cada maldad. Lord said, come out of it, that ye be not partakers of her sins. Keep going.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And then what?
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
One more time.
And that ye receive not of her
And that
plagues.
ye receive not of her, does it say plague?
Plagues.
Plural. Plural, people.
I don't want to.
Right.
More to come.
That's right.
COVID-19 is just a jab.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
God.
You ain't seen the roundhouse kick coming to your jaw.
Right.
That's what's coming.
Right.
You know, he's gonna give you a little jab. And that jab hurt like hell.
Yeah. God.
Globally, it's a global jab.
God.
You know what I'm saying? That's every nation on the earth. Everybody running scared.
Right.
Lord telling us to be not partakers of a sin, because if not, we are going to receive the plagues that is set forth for this place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The brother in Puerto Rico asking qué significa lomos ceñidos. Eso es simple buscar, hacerte una búsqueda en el diccionario, primo. Lomos ceñidos. Entonces ponlo ahí, entonces yo te puedo explicar, ¿ok? All right, he's trying to find out this word lomos ceñidos, right? Well, I have him searching it out. All right. If you don't know, lomo is supposed to be your loins, right? So, para que entiende, ¿verdad? Sal de ella, que no participe en su pecado, ¿verdad? Lo que dice, y para qué, que no recibí sus plagas. Plagas, plagues is Spanish for plagas. Excuse me, it's English for the word plagas in Spanish, okay? So with that being said, now you understand free will has consequences, okay?
Right.
And we got to understand those things, okay?
Right.
Now, somebody give me where the Lord talk about not serving other gods. Not serving other gods, and I need somebody else to also get me where he said not to worship any of the things that are under the heaven. This is all in the law, of course. It's important. And why is it important? Because of church, because of Christianity, because of Catholicism and Protestants and agnostics and atheists and all that. They all, I don't know if y'all know this, brothers, but if y'all don't pay attention to Facebook, they got a whole debate with these whole different Christian sects. One is saying that they're better than the other, and they blame the other for this and this and that. And I told them, you all are idiots. And that's what they really are, because every one of them do the same thing that the white man set up,
Right.
which is to serve what? Go ahead.
So long as it's Satan.
Yeah, in spirit, yeah.
I was
Go ahead.
going to say serve him, the white man.
That's what, yeah. That's what I'm trying to get out of you. Serve him. And it's easy. Why? Because all the images are white, right? You got Leonardo DiCaprio. What's the famous one in the
Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine Chapel? Was that was that a Michelangelo or Leonardo?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, right?
Yeah.
With the naked Adam and God, right? All up in there. Both of them are naked, right?
Right.
And then all the angels are naked, and they're all Europeans. You know what I'm saying? And then every Jesus and Moses and all the names of the Bible, they all so happen to conveniently be white.
Right.
Go ahead.
They have a series that's coming out with a new Jesus and whatnot.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, this is so dope. Commander Junior Hanna says every year, this time, every year, they come out with a new Jesus story. Every year, only to solidify white supremacy among blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans. I don't know, but take a look at the pictures right there. Everybody, just take a look back. You know why we got those here? To debunk the myth.
Right.
So that way we can show our people we're great people. We've done great things on this earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The book of Mark. Well, there's a picture of Mark right there. You get that in camera, Barack. Barack. Oh, somebody bring that frame up. You give it to me. The book of Mark, yeah, the New Testament. For you Christians that love church, right? Well, check it out. Here's Mark right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a Russian icon.
Right.
Mark. Ain't nothing white about this, brother.
Right.
Got woolly hair. Hold on. Let me put this up right here. Let me see.
Yeah, you see it, sir.
All right. I'm just trying to get on the Facebook. Let me see right here. All right. Yeah, y'all see Mark right there. All right. We got it there for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And there's more to come.
Right.
We even show you what what's the brother name? Constantine.
Right.
We got a picture of Constantine right there. Wasn't white either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got even of King David around there too.
Right.
Was black.
Right.
We got of Christ and the disciples, all black men. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico says, el pueblo de Israel va a estar en la tercera guerra mundial. Yes. He asked a question, which is heavy. He asking, is Israel going to the Third World War? The answer is yes.
Right.
Now, why?
Because all the nations was going to try and fight Yahushua.
But why would Israel? Why Israel?
Because we're going to be in command of the angels.
No. World War III.
Why they want to fight?
Raise your hand, sis. Well, go ahead. Raise your hand.
Because we the chosen people, that's why.
No, go ahead.
So, like, is he asking about the white man in Israel, that nation?
No,
or
he's
us?
asking us.
Right.
Are we going to be in the Third World War?
God.
Explain why.
It's like the scripture says that we will be fishers right now, and then we'll be hunters.
World War III. World War III. Stick right there first. All that is after.
Right.
Okay? All that is after. Go ahead.
you have a good portion of us that's in Esau's military.
That's what you want. That's the answer I needed right there. Say it aloud.
You have a good portion of Israelites in Esau's military.
That's what I want. La respuesta es sí, porque hay una porción inmensa de nosotros que ya estamos sirviendo en el militar del hombre blanco. Okay? That's how we're going to end up we're going to be fighting with them because we're going to be under orders.
Right.
Now, it'd be wise to do what some brothers did that were in the Esau military and come into this military. It'd be damn wise to do that.
Right.
All right? So now, with that being said, anybody on Facebook, Kazak, asking a question or comment, Kazak?
Not live, sir.
No? Okay, no sweat. So now, give me what the Lord said, not to serve no other God. You got it?
Okay.
Anybody else? Hold on. Anybody else find it?
Yeah, I got one too, sir.
All right.
Deuteronomy 4:19.
Is that what you got? What you got?
Exodus 20 and 3.
Okay, they both talk about, but let's get this here.
This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt have no other gods before
All
me.
right, that's clear.
Right.
Exodus, say that again so I can bring it in Spanish.
Okay.
Exodus what?
20 and verse 3.
Éxodo 23. 23 nos dice así. No, let's start at 1.
It's Exodus chapter 20 and 1.
Uh-huh.
And God spake all these words, saying,
Uh-huh.
verse 2.
Dice, y habló el Señor toda esta palabra diciendo, go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God,
Soy el Señor tu poder, tu Dios, go ahead.
which have brought thee out of the land of
Que
Egypt,
te saqué de la tierra de Egipto, go ahead.
out of the house of bondage.
Casa de los siervos. What does the word Egypt mean? Go ahead.
Slavery.
You just read it right now. What?
Slavery, bondage.
Right, house of bondage.
Right.
Bondage. All right?
Right.
Out of the house of bondage. It's a Greek word. It means bondage.
Right.
All right? The name of the land actually is Mizraim or Matazarium in the Hebrew.
Right.
All right? But the Greeks called it Egypt because they had the children of Israel in captivity. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Dice que no tendrás dioses ajenos delante de mí. Why did the Lord make that clear right there? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Go ahead.
Slavery, sir. We was worshiping all types of false idols.
There it is. There it is. That's a point to understand. You understand? In America, that applies too, because why it applies in America?
Because we still serve another God.
Right, yeah, but think scripture. Go ahead, because
America is spiritually Egypt.
that's why. Revelation's why.
11 and 4, if I'm not mistaken, sir.
That's what you always got to understand. America is spiritually Egypt and Sodom. All right?
Right.
And the reason why you can make the similar comparison because both places have what? Go ahead.
I'm going to say Egypt, like monuments all around.
No. Yes.
It's not false idols.
No.
The Lord's children in captivity.
That's the answer. That's the answer right there. Both of them had the Lord's children in captivity.
Right.
The monuments is just to let you know this is where we got it from.
Right.
The obelisk that you see in DC, the Lincoln Memorial, all those things, they're fashioned after Egypt for a purpose. There's a reason why.
Right.
The Masons did what they did because they based it off of what? Egypt.
Right.
The only way to have a superpower nation is to have who? The children of Israel.
Right.
If you look at the maps of the ancient kingdoms, right? Every last one of them had us in captivity. The Persians, right? I was looking at a video talking about the Persian empire, and if I could, I want to show you in the map how much big it was. Was their region
Right.
when they ruled in those days,
Right.
before Alexander the Greek came on the scene. We're talking through the days of Esther, Mordecai. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Persian Empire. All right. Iran, right? Right. This is all Elam, right?
Right.
They had a vast power, right? some of it reached into Russia. All this was under Persian control.
Right.
Okay. The only way they have gotten to that point, Slocky, is because they had us in captivity.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
Just like every nation. Now today, because they have the children of Israel in captivity,
Right.
the earth's economy is based off of us.
Right.
How I know that's correct? Scripture.
How the Earth's economy is based off of us?
Yeah. No, right? Dig in the past. In that book. Okay. El Señor nos dijo que no tendremos dioses ajenas. Well, y'all find out. We go in Spanish. Porque en Egipto nosotros estuvimos sirviendo a distintos dioses. ¿Ok? Y el Señor claramente quería mostrar que no hay dioses excepto Él. Y Él nos dijo claramente que debemos servirle a Él. ¿Ok? Y esa es la realidad. Y hoy en América, eso es, América espiritualmente es Egipto. Aquí servimos a otros dioses en cristianismo y en las cosas que hacemos. Y nos olvidamos del poder que nos sacó de Egipto en aquel entonces. Okay. Now, anybody find it?
Nah, sir.
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Sloppy, Matthew 5:13.
No. The past, the Genesis. I'll give you that much. Go ahead.
The beasts of the field will be prey.
No. He told Abraham something.
Will every nation be blessed through you?
That's what, there it is.
God.
Find it now.
God.
That's how you know the earth economy is based off of our enslavement.
Right.
How is it think about it, how is it that America is so powerful? Because the Europeans did it? I'm gonna tell you something. We clearly see today the other nations come to this country, and really they ain't doing the labor. They want to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? How many of us have experienced jobs with these Cushites? And what do they do when the Israelites are around and the boss ain't around? They what?
They try to be like us.
That's not what I was looking for, but go ahead, get.
Sloppy,
If you don't know, the Cushites are the Ethiopians,
Right.
Somalians, the Kenyans. What else? Isn't it your Eritreans? Is that how you pronounce it? All right.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're all nation, but that's not what I wanted. Anybody else? One more chance.
Stop what you asked, sir.
The question is, what do the Cushites do when the boss is not around and when Israelite is on the scene?
When we're on the scene,
Yeah.
they rely on us to do all the work.
And while they do what?
While they sit on their ass.
That's what they do.
Sloppy.
That's exactly what they do.
God.
Not just them, all the other nations do that too.
Right. Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Even Esau, you can see he'll do long hours out of slavery.
Right.
But what he's not understanding, what we don't understand is that not only he's the murderer, but he was also to be a servant.
Right.
That's why he does them long hours.
Right.
And we're going to put that into good use when Christ come back.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't going to like it.
Right.
Like if we pick 500 million barrels a day, they're going to have to pick 10 million barrels. And then some. And not going to like it, but, when time it's overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what the other heathens do.
Right.
It'll be the same way. The heathens would rather be on top of us, act like they working, and boss us around.
Right.
And we know this. You have experienced any jobs in McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the low, medium jobs where they are the boss. But I do Go ahead.
If I may, sir, what's so wicked is black people being brainwashed by the white supremacy of Christianity. We fed into that myth, and that's why you have so many black parents and Hispanic parents raising their kids, where they teach us you got to work twice as hard. You got to be 8 steps ahead of what they're doing. You got to basically training our kids to work harder, as if we perpetuate that stereotype that we're lazy when we're already the hardest working.
What they really say is you got to be a better slave than what you was then.
Right.
That's what they really saying.
Right.
To tell your child, to tell your black or Hispanic, or Native Indian, no, we got to be better than them. We got to work twice as hard. But damn it, haven't we been working twice as hard for the last 600 years?
Right.
How much more harder do we have to work, people?
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir. One of the ones I hear so much that infuriates me the most is when I hear Esau say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Bootstrap, yeah. Yeah, that's a way of whipping you without the whip.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Come.
That's all it is. Get to work, Toby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
And the Christian will go tooth and nail against us. I'm gonna tell you, because that doesn't seem right what I'm saying right now. No, you guys are wrong for saying that.
Right.
Not everybody's bad. Not everybody's like that. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's different. You understand? And that might be true, but here's the thing. Some people were built to be murderers. Some people were built to be the wicked, the villain of the earth.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do, even if they smile in your face.
Right.
Even if they're nice and kind to you. Nothing you can do. They just like that. What did the Lord say in Ecclesiastes?
Consider thy works, who can make straight what I have made crooked.
Perfect. That's, you just read what I was thinking of.
Come
That's
on.
exactly. We have to understand that.
Come.
But of course, Christians would take that scripture and twist it to something else.
Right.
They would take it and try to justify why homosexuals are the way they are,
Yeah.
why lesbians are the way they are.
Right.
Soon they're gonna have to justify why the pedophiles are the way they are.
Right.
Because it's coming.
Right.
And they are pushing legislation.
Yep.
So we're gonna soon have to find a way to homeschool our own kids.
Right.
Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. I was just thinking about I just heard, like, I know how much our people, we just go and vote Democrat, okay? And I heard that Biden, who's the head front runner for the Democrats, is saying that his number one agenda is for the LGBTQ advancement.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you want the votes. You know, if you want the vote, you're gonna say the thing that normally you'd be against.
Right.
Just to appease certain powerful entities within the government, within society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because not all gays are poor. Right. You got some in high position. Some of them are senators and congressmen and governors. How I know that?
Because one of the
say his name.
I forget his name.
Andrew Gillum.
Nope. If he is, I don't know about that. But
that was a brother that got caught with
No.
the two.
Oh, okay. That's good.
God.
But I was thinking about somebody else. But yes, that was good. Pete Buttigieg.
Oh yeah. God.
Wasn't he running?
Yes, sir. He's a.
See, that's my point. You know, it's just to appease that whole thing. You know, because you want campaign money. Well, guess what? Some of the LGBT are extremely rich.
Mm-hmm.
You got to appease somebody.
Right.
You know, and you don't want the whole nation come against you, calling you anti-gay.
Yeah.
Damn that. God is anti-gay.
That's right.
Take it up with him. God is anti-gay. God is anti-lesbian.
Right.
How about that? God is anti-child molester.
That's right.
Child pedophile.
Yeah, I'm right.
Take it up with him.
Right.
Go ahead, make it quick. Are you good? All right. Eso para que entiendan lo que estamos observando, que el Señor es anti-gay, anti-homosexual, anti-lesbiana, molestador o personas que le gusta tener sexo con niños, ¿ok? ¿Verdad? que complace lo que algunas entidades en la sociedad gay, porque tienen el dinero, obviamente tienen que conformar. Y no vemos que el Señor, el Todopoderoso, es anti-gay, anti-lesbiana y todo eso. Okay? So now, as we continue, ¿verdad? So nos dice Éxodo 22, yo soy el Señor tu poder que te saqué de la tierra de Egipto, de casa de siervos. Dice, no tendrás dioses ajenos delante de mí. And it said what? Thou shalt not have what? Strange gods, right? So what it said?
It says, "I shall have no other gods."
No other gods, right? No other gods.
Right.
That's important. But we got to recognize there's only one power.
That's right.
That's it. There's no other gods. There is no other God.
That's right.
Nobody else built the earth. Anybody else had that wisdom and knowledge to, on the molecular level? Think about that. He has the wisdom and knowledge to start from beyond the molecular level, because a molecule, they have to have ingredients to create a molecule, right?
Right.
And those ingredients have to have ingredients, right? And those have to have ingredients, and so on and so forth. The mankind does not have that. Let alone they probably could artificially create something, but can they put a spirit inside that?
That's right.
You got to think about it like that.
Right.
Nobody alive could put a spirit inside flesh and bone and blood.
Right.
Nobody got that capability.
Right.
These false gods, this guy right here, I'm just using that as an example. This guy right here, come on, cure AIDS. Let's go. Go up into the wars, kill COVID-19. Let's go.
Right.
It ain't happening.
Right.
False gods. You know what I'm saying? That's when you go to before white Jesus on the cross. Well, guess what? Let's see if they can cure COVID-19 too.
Right.
Everybody with the cross on their neck and the cross on the church and the white homosexual like this. He look like he about to fly like this. You know what I'm saying? On the cross.
Right.
And you know the Catholic will be pissed off at me today.
Right.
Damn that. That's, el Señor no quiere que nosotros servimos a otros dioses. Esa es la realidad, ¿entiendes? Eso es lo que estamos pasando por esta sociedad. Y si seguimos en nuestra religión, eso es lo que vamos a seguir haciendo, sirviendo a otros dioses. Un Jesucristo blanco, un Dios blanco, Moisés blanco, todo el mundo blanco, porque esa es la supremacía de la raza blanca. Quiere que nosotros nos mantenemos bajo esclavitud. All this to keep us under slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
So now think about what we're reading. Thou shalt not make any graven images. And people get this confused, ¿verdad? Mucha gente se confunde con esto, porque dice, no te harás imagen ni ninguna cosa, perdón, ni ninguna semejanza de cosa que está arriba en el cielo. Keep reading.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
¿Verdad? Ni abajo de la tierra. Go ahead.
Or that is in the water underneath the earth.
En las aguas debajo de la tierra. Okay. We're not supposed to make any graven images, right? Right? Anything the likeness is in above heavens, right? Which is what? We're not supposed to make any kind of graven images, right?
Right.
Neither images that's above heaven, meaning what?
Stars.
And what else?
The moon and the sun.
Right? And planets, right?
Right.
Right? Birds, right? Clouds, right? Those are in the sky, right?
Right.
What else is it? Well, that is in the earth, right? In the earth beneath, talking about elephants and snakes and so on and so forth, right? Right now, I'm bringing this so that way you can understand. ¿Verdad? No digo que no podemos hacer ninguna imagen ninguna semejante a la cosa que está arriba en el cielo ni en la tierra. And what else did it say? Or that is under the earth, right? In the water under the earth, ni en la agua debajo de la tierra. Okay. Now we establish in our mind that we're not supposed to have these graven images, right?
Right.
So now is that we're not supposed to make we're not supposed to have any kind of graven images, whether they look like a fish, whether they look like a worm, whether it's a elephant. Let's keep reading, then you see what does he really mean about this. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
Ni te inclinarás a ella. Go ahead.
nor serve them.
No las honrarás. That's why. You follow me? Anybody lost now?
Nah, sir.
So what am I trying to bring out here?
Don't make any images so that you can worship it.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
Okay. Do I want to hang an elephant on my wall for decorative purposes? Yes, I can do it.
Right.
I'm not going to worship that. Those pictures are there. You see any of us worshiping it?
No.
We bow down to the picture, Commander General Honor, say, oh, Commander General Honor,
No.
our only God,
Right.
or to that shield.
Right.
It's talking about us not worshiping them.
Right.
In church, what do?
Slaughtered, so they worship the cross.
They worship the cross. Is not a graven image, right? That's a graven image, right?
Right.
And don't they have statues of who else?
Caesar Borgia.
Right, but he's on the cross. Who else though? Who's this number 2? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Mary.
There you go. That's in every goddamn church.
Right.
Caesar Borgia and Mary, because Mary is the mother of.
Christ.
Mary is the mother of, according to religion,
The Catholic Church.
Mary is the mother of.
Caesar Borgia.
How about you, sis? What would you say? Mary is the mother of. Think religion now.
Right.
Puerto Rico, María es la madre de quién? Anybody on Facebook? No? Está bien. One last chance.
Slaughtered. Christianity.
Mary is the mother of God. Have you heard that expression before?
Right.
Right. You see that? That's why all the Catholic churches are Our Lady of the Highway, or Our Lady of the Hill, Our Lady of the Lighthouse, Our Lady of this, Our Lady of that. It's the worshiping of Diana. That's a god, right?
God.
Right? That's a graven image too.
Right.
Let alone a statue of Peter, where they bring flowers and all that. All these other statues they got up in the Catholic Church. Now the church, the Christian church, might not have all those statues. They keep one, every last one of them do keep one, which is what? It's universal among religion. Actually, there's 3 of them, but go ahead.
Slaughtered. That's the cross.
That's the number 1. What's the other one?
You see that's in the church?
Yeah,
Well, people.
church. Go ahead.
It's like I think like the pulpit that the pastor be teaching on, they always have a dove on it.
Yeah, that's 2. What's the other one? What's the one more that you can give me? Anybody ever heard of Dagon? The fish, man. Yeah. Oh, yes, we all seen that, right? How can you be up in church, Jesus, Jesus, hallelujah, praise Jesus, and breaking that commandment, which is what? Commandment number 1? If you want to put it in the order, 1.
Right.
You broke the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other God, right?
Right.
Thou shalt not worship these graven images. See that?
Right.
That's the problem with church. That's the problem with religion. Now,
Right.
in the book of Baruch, right, with it says Jeremy, right? Because you might know where it's at. Where they carrying, right?
Okay.
It's using the word born. Because the word born means to carry.
Right.
And then Jeremy, which is Jeremiah, if you don't know, it calls him Jeremy in Baruch, I believe it is. In Baruch, it says the letters of Jeremy. Where's that at? Baruch, yeah, because Baruch was under Jeremiah. Baruch is in other words is Barak, not Barak from Deborah.
Right.
Baruch was I don't want to say apprentice, but he was under Jeremiah, under tutelage, if you will, just like Elijah and Elisha,
Right.
like that. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever read it in Baruch?
Not
When they carrying, when the people was carrying the statue. Let me get it for you. Let me help you out. Let me help you. And Jeremiah, in the book they call him Jeremy, but it's the same Jeremiah as in the Old Testament. It's this book, sister, called the Apocrypha. This is the Apocrypha. This book, when you look for in the Torah, right, which consisted of what we know is the Old Testament and the New Testament. In the middle between both, this book was in there. 1611 translation of the Torah. That book has always been in the Bible. Okay? Okay, cool. Give me a second. I'm going to find it for you right now. In the meantime, if somebody else have a comment, question, or something, let's get it.
Okay, I do have a question.
Go ahead, sis.
I know like we're not supposed to wear like pants and stuff like that, right? Like a woman should wear a dress.
Good question. Let me address those two things. I forgot to go get her about the covering of the head. But you got that, you get me, Kazak, or Kazak, whoever's quicker. That was pertaining to a woman.
I have the head covering.
Go ahead.
Is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4.
Right, this is New Testament. Go ahead.
Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonoreth his head.
Right. Every man having his praying or prophesying, right? Praying or teaching, or actually going out to the streets and teaching what the scriptures say, having their head covered, right? And although you see me with this on my head, although you see this brother with the war scarf, it's not covered because this is open.
Right.
If you notice, they're all like that, okay? So we cannot cover our head. Continue reading it.
Come on. Having his head covered dishonoreth his head.
Right? We dishonor our head. Go ahead.
Verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
Now, a lot of Christians in the Christian church, they'll make it seem like your hair is your covering. And that's not your covering.
Right.
There has to be a little covering. It could be a hat, it could be a scarf, something that covers your head. All right?
That's
Right. But we're going to get to the pants part, though. Go ahead.
Come on. For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
Right? So in other words, you might as well, if you're not going to cover your head, go shave your head bald. How would you feel right now if you would be told go shave your head bald? You feel messed up, right?
I get that small.
Right. So then that's how you always have to look at when you come before the Lord. Cover your head, or just feel like you're bald. You'll feel embarrassed. You know, no woman want that. You know, that's why if they lose their hair, what do? They go get a wig, right? So they don't like that feeling about being bald.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever hell left they got, they weave it up.
Right.
You know, that's what they do because they don't want to be feeling that shame of being bald.
Right.
This is Paul saying that you might as well go get shaved. You know what I'm saying? So always remember, when you come before the Lord, cover your head.
Right.
Because Christian women do not like following orders.
Right.
That's an order. That's a commandment.
Right.
Straight up and down. They taught they love God, right? We all hear that grandma said that. The blood of Jesus, right? When grandma cover your head, that was in the past. When you read it in the New Testament, that don't apply now.
Right.
But how you gonna say the blood of Jesus and don't follow what the book say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They say anything to get out of the corner.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Now give me the law about how to dress up.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Right.
Right.
Meaning what? What belongs to a man? Let the sister. That's good.
Pain.
What else?
Just like pants and I guess boots.
Right? Any clothing that's masculine, right?
Right. Masculine.
Okay, so now I'll keep reading.
Come on,
Hold on,
God.
brother.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. What is a woman's garment? Name some, sister.
Her clothes.
You
her
like the
dresses
example?
and stuff
What
like
else? So can a man wear tight jeans? Why is that?
that. And,
So who should be wearing that?
tight jeans.
Yeah.
I guess females. can't
Right.
wear
Why?
Because they have to wear dresses.
No. Why? I'm making mention that on purpose. You said it because it's feminine.
Right.
So if it's feminine, it belongs to who?
I guess that's
Females. Right. So that would be considered
feminine.
woman's clothing.
Right.
Right. You see that?
Mhm.
Women can wear pants so long as it's made for a female. You understand?
Right.
And if it's 0 below out there, are you gonna wear a dress still? No, logic would dictate, let me put on these leggings, right? To keep these legs warm, because I'm not an oven. Logic dictates that.
I asked that question because I do commercial cleaning.
Okay?
And so like we wear boots and tan pants because we cleaning outside.
Because you in the slavery, sis.
Uh-huh.
You in the slavery, right? You own the company?
Mhm.
Do you own the company? You work for this company, right?
Right.
And the clothing requirement is that you wear those things, right? Right. Now, you can ask the company if they can, if you want to wear a dress, and that's what you want to do, you can. You know what I'm saying? But it's a slavery, you know? It's a slavery. And like you go work at McDonald's, right? In McDonald's, do they differentiate between man and female clothing? Or everybody wearing the same thing? There it is. All right, go ahead.
So, Lucky, sir, what you just said is so heavy. I remember I was so excited to go to class, and I invited a sister, and she was all ready to go until when I got counsel and to say what she used to wear. When I told her she had to cover her head just like a woman, and all of a sudden, I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to go there. But prior to that, she was willing to go. So what you said is so heavy. So
the part about covering her head was more why she said that. Because what was she wearing prior besides covering her head? What she had on? Did she had a dress or did she have on pants?
Pants.
Right.
Pants, sir.
Right.
And just nothing on her head.
But as soon as you said you covered her head, I'm not gonna do all that. That's what all Christian women say. I'm not gonna do all that.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's what they really don't. They don't want to cover their head because it's the programming. I'm gonna use that word of religion that says your hair is your covering.
Right.
Well, if that's true, then why Paul said, well, they might as well go shave your head. If you ain't gonna follow this law, go shave your head then and see how you like that. They're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? The epistle of Jeremy, all right, is what I want. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may too, sir, it's our tradition in the school, though, when you come into class, that a sister is to wear a dress, even though a sister can wear pants that pertain to her, women pants, but in here, it's our tradition that the sisters cover their head and wear dresses.
Right. Right. You understand though, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, under the dresses, you want to wear pants under that, go ahead. But because of the tradition, that's what it is.
Right.
Okay, the epistle of Jeremy, right? We'll start at first. This is in the Apocrypha, 1:1. We give an example. This worshiping other gods. This go way back. This ain't nothing new. Worshiping other gods, how religion has it today, goes back into the Babylonians, which the Egyptians took over, which then the Greeks took, which then the Romans took, which then the Europeans took, all the way down to America. All comes from Babylon, including the Christmas tree. All right. What we got it? Apocrypha, Jeremiah, the epistle of Jeremy. This is the same Jeremiah of the book of Jeremiah. You got it? Go ahead, read it.
Is it from the first verse?
Yeah, start from the first.
This is
Estamos en el libro, el epistel de Jeremy, ok, en Puerto Rico. Este es el mismo Jeremy o Jeremías del Viejo Testamento. Ok.
this letter of Jeremy 1 and 1. A copy of an epistle which Jeremy sent unto them.
So what is an epistle?
We're going to say it's an account.
Yeah, but what was that one word you had already said?
Letter.
That's what it means. Epistle means letter. Go ahead.
Okay. A copy of an epistle which Jeremy sent unto them, which were to be led captives into Babylon by the king of the Babylonians, to certify them as it was commanded by him of God.
Right.
Verse 2. Because of the sins which ye have committed before God, ye shall be led away captives unto Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians.
Okay. This is that time when the southern kingdom, right, went into captivity under the Babylonians.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Where's this? There's no epistle.
Yes, there is.
They got Baruch.
Right.
Should be letter.
It's after the Baruch. It's after Baruch. It's short.
It's just one chapter.
Okay, they got it as Baruch chapter 6.
That's how they got it? Does it say Epistle of Jeremy?
Yes, at the top.
All right. Continue.
Verse 3. So when ye be come unto Babylon, ye shall remain there many years.
Right. So the tribes that were in Israel at the time, which was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and of course we know also Asher, right? Because of Anna, right? And there might have been Simeonites there too. Not all of Israel came over here. Some of us stood behind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us did come over here though with Ephraim and Manasseh.
Right.
All right. So they went into captivity. Okay. Babylonians. Babylonians are who at this time?
Is that Iran?
Okay, Iraq. I'm not saying the country. I'm talking about during this time. But Babylon today is called Iraq. Okay. Which actually, that land that's called Iraq is actually the land of Israel. That's part of the land of Israel. That actually belongs to us.
Salaki. So Babylonians be Persian?
No. Who the Babylonians today in this time? You don't know, where should you go to get that information? It's on demand compact Bible dictionary. It'll tell you who. Somebody, you got a compact Bible dictionary? If you're not, no problem. We'll just continue for the sake. And I was thinking originally, this is for sure, Nimrod, right? When he ruled Babylon, those were Cushites, okay? I don't know if at this time these were Hamites, all right? But the original Babylonians were Cushites, okay? Which were Ethiopians, Somalians, the names that I named earlier, all right? Continue reading while he finds that information.
Okay. And for a long season, namely 7 generations, and after that I will bring you away peaceably from thence.
Okay, so sinning against the Lord, he put us in captivity, just like he said he would in Deuteronomy, right? Well, apparently we didn't, it wasn't good enough. So here we are, but keep going.
Verse 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver.
Right, gods of silver, right? Where else today do you see gods of silver?
Right here in the United States.
Right, in the form of what?
Currency, sir?
No. The cross. You ever seen the silver cross? Right. Silver cross, and also I've seen medallions with the face of Cesar Borgia on it. You ever see that? It looked like a sun ray, like a baby, the Madonna, made of silver. You see it a lot in the Catholic Church. You have to think Catholic Church because they do predominant statue worshipers.
Right.
Okay, not to say that the other ones ain't, but these are the ones more out there with it. All right, keep going.
And of gold.
All right, go ahead.
and of wood, borne upon shoulders.
Right. Sounds like Islam too, because it is. Right. Go ahead.
Which cause the nations to fear.
Right. So what they say, born on what?
Borne upon shoulders.
Right. Now, the world's celebrating Easter, right? And you probably seen when the Italians walk around with that statue, right? They carry it, right? And it's the statue of who?
Is it Mary?
Yes. You seen it, right? I know I've seen it every year. Right on Crotona, off of 187, circling 183rd. Then we go around the whole block, go around Arthur Avenue. I mean, go around, I forgot the name of the street. Back to Arthur Avenue, back into the Catholic Church. They do it in Mexico. They do it in Italy. They do it all over the place. They carry, or this statue is borne on their shoulder. And a lot of times they be having some precious ornaments, including silver, gold. There's the wood to carry it.
Right.
All right. Right. The same thing. Have you not seen those marches with the cross? Right. The real fanatics. Right. Usually it's on the week of Lent. Right. Right. Which leads up to Good Friday. Right. Which leads to Easter. All right. You clearly see that this is coming from Babylon. Right. Keep going.
Verse 5. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers.
Right. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like the strangers. Where else can you tell me he said something similar to that? And I said he. Besides you can stay where you're at. Think about what Jeremiah just said that the Lord told him, right? He said in 1 and 5, beware therefore that ye in no wise be like two strangers. Just think of that phrase. Young man, do you know? Tracy, right? And your name's?
DJ.
DJ. You know.
Salaki, do not do as the heathens do.
Where's that at? That is true. That's what I wanted. And the key word I said is where else did he said that?
And Jeremiah, sir.
Yeah, where?
10 and 2, sir.
4. Somebody get it, then we'll continue. And that shows you, sis, and everybody else, that the Apocrypha lines up perfectly with the rest of the book. So when we're gonna read that line, right, in his other book, Jeremiah, the 10th chapter and the 4th verse, where we get it, just go ahead and read it because of time. If you want in Español, puede ponerlo también. All right.
Jeremiah 10 and 4.
Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah chapter 10 and 4. They deck it with silver.
Start where it says learn.
It's 10 and 2, sir.
10 and 2. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Right. Stop right there. When you started reading this epistle, where did it say that the Lord said, right? Right? You see how those both are lining up perfectly? Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Another way of saying heathen is what word?
Stranger.
Strangers. Raise your hand the next time.
Okay.
Strangers. Okay? Meaning non-Israelites. Right. Those are strangers. Foreigners, as we say today.
Right.
All right? There's Jeremiah 10 and 2 says, all right? Learn not the way of the heathens, what the Lord's saying. That's in all things, right? Now read a little bit more right there.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Because the heathen or the strangers are dismayed at the signs of heaven. They see the star was here, but then they did this. All of a sudden, they got some prophecy or something about it. Right. Or they fearing because the asteroids or this and this and that. Something they dismayed at the signs of heaven. Go ahead.
Okay. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
You see? Go ahead.
Verse 4. For the customs of the people are vain.
Right? What it say? The customs of the people are vain. What does the word vain mean, young man? Tracy?
Nothing.
I don't want to call you that name, but you're right. Nothing. That's what it means. It's useless, no value, worthless. Keep going. So their customs mean nothing.
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen.
Right. So one cutting the tree out the forest, the work of a hand of a what?
Of the workmen.
Of the workmen. Right. He go into the forest and he cut the tree. Every year we see this event. You can find it in every damn parking lot, somewhere in the DMV area, somewhere in the United States. Right. Every year, December. All right. Keep going.
With the axe.
Uh-huh.
Verse 4.
So it's an axeman. Go ahead.
Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold.
What we just read in the epistle, right? It says, now shall you see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold. Go ahead. And of wood, right? They deck it with silver and gold. Go ahead.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
That it moves not. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree.
Right? They're straight. Go ahead.
But speak not.
They don't speak. The reason why is because he's letting our people know because of Babylonian custom. What's her name? Ramesses, right? Is that her name, Kazak?
That's a rabbit,
right?
sir.
She was the mother and also the wife
Right.
of her own son, Nimrod. And when he died, she wanted to retain power. So she came up with this thing about a tree and his spirit isn't there.
Right.
And if you don't worship that tree, you are going to die. And if you didn't bring your gift, your head became the tree's ornaments.
Right.
All right? Keep going.
But speak not.
But speak not. Now he's giving comfort and don't worry about this tree. That their customs don't mean nothing, man. That tree right there, it don't speak. You gotta put a stand on it, yo. It don't move, it don't speak. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
They must needs be born.
They must needs be what?
Born.
Now what did we read in the epistle? 1 and 5. Go back there. You can drop that, but go back here.
Letters of Jeremy, chapter 1, verse 5.
Go to 4.
Verse 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood,
right?
Borne upon shoulders.
There it is, right? They must needs be born, being carried upon the shoulder, just like today. Right. You got the wooden sticks.
Yep.
With a stone statue that's decked with silver, that's decked with gold and flowers, and get paraded like if it's the king or Caesar of Rome. Right, everybody's neighborhood, and people are so dumb they go worship and bow down, just like who? The Pope.
Right.
He up in this thing, and he just marches around, right? Just like Caesar did. See the whole parading. That's for heathenistic stuff right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning in their kingdom, they paraded just like Donald Trump did. When was it? Last year, when he brought all the military down. What was it for the 4th of July? When was it? Last year? I think it was last year.
Yeah, come.
Right? It was right. Paraded all their weaponry and all that. Closed down streets because he wanted to march just like a dictator. All right, keep going.
Which caused the nations to fear.
Right, but these caused the nations to fear because they believe in these statues, these things are alive because they, for fear of being penalized. Oh, you ain't worshiping this, you're going to die. Everybody's scared. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Beware, therefore, that ye in no wise be like to strangers.
And to show you something today, although ain't nobody be putting you to death, a lot of people be fearing to offend Mother Mary.
Right.
You know, say something bad about Mother Mary to a Catholic. How dare you? You better go to the confession booth. You better ask them forgiveness from the Lord. You better this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's that fear of offending. Guess what? This is UPK. We're going to offend those gods.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
Even Christ said that the Hamite came up and said, "Blessed be the pastor of the mother that bore you." And you said, like, "Yo, she's just a woman. You shouldn't be worshiping her."
Right. Right. Even that. You know. Go ahead.
Neither be ye afraid of them.
Right, so he said, don't be afraid of the nations, fear them, but you don't be afraid of them. Go ahead.
When ye see the multitude before them.
What verse we in?
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
And behind them, worshiping them. Verse 6. But say ye in your hearts.
So don't fear them when you see them before you, behind you, worshiping these things. Go ahead. But say in your hearts, meaning in your mind. Go ahead.
O Lord, we must worship thee.
That's who you got to worry about. That's who you got to fear.
Right.
Give me a scripture to prove that part in the New Testament. And it's a milk.
Proven slightly.
And it's a milk. That's all I'm gonna give you.
You said you give a scripture proving what?
That part about but say in your heart, oh Lord, we must worship thee. Like he letting them know, don't fear these other things that people are worshiping because they fear those things. But say in your heart, oh Lord, we must worship thee.
Is it when Christ told that guy who said, good master, what things can I do to get to heaven? And he said, I'm not good?
No, but it's a milk. That's all I'm giving you. I don't expect the young men to know what the office is. It's a milk scripture. What's up? This one got me in the right view right here. What's going on here? Hold on.
Salakia, sir, is it Deuteronomy?
No. Puerto Rico, si sabes la escritura, ya que yo te lo enseñé, ¿verdad? Es una escritura de leche. Scratch the head, scratch the head. Let me help you. Matthew 10, 28. Think about what we just read right now, right? Read it again, Bukuhasha, where it talks about the top of verse 4. Start from there.
Letters of Jeremy, chapter 1 and 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear.
So now we see the scenario, right? These gods are made of gold, silver, and wood, and they're borne or carried upon shoulders, which the nations fear, which the strangers fear. Keep going.
Verse 5. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like the strangers.
Right, so beware meaning what? Be warned that you don't be like these strangers, right? Go ahead.
Neither be ye afraid of them.
Right? Be like them or be, or even be afraid like them, because obviously you can see they scared of these gods, right? Keep going.
When ye see the multitude before them and behind them.
Right, now think about this. It's a multitude, meaning it's a massive crowd, right? And they got these gods being paraded. You know it's being paraded. Why?
You want everybody to worship him?
You know it's being paraded. Why? Think of what we just read right now. Because
It's a massive crowd.
I just mentioned that, and I said, and they're being paraded. Why?
So that everybody can fear them.
Based off what we think about what we just read. Focus on what we just read. Right? You know they're being paraded because of the action that we just read. It's a multitude, it's a crowd. And you know these gods are being paraded.
Oh, the idols? Because they're born on the shoulders.
That's how you know.
Oh, God.
That's how you know, because they were born on shoulders being carried.
Right.
Okay?
Come on.
Keep going.
Worshiping them. Verse 6. But say ye in your hearts.
So don't be like these other nations afraid of these gods. Don't be like that. Even when you see them worshiping them, being paraded among these multitudes. Don't be that. But this is what you should say in your mind. Go ahead.
Oh Lord, we must worship thee.
We must worship thee. All right. Keep that in mind. Now give me Matthew 10:5 and 28. Well, who you had it right now?
Yeah, I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them.
That's how you see how that pairs up. And fear not them, meaning the people, right? Somebody, right? Don't feel them, go ahead.
which kill the body,
Which kill the body, go ahead.
but are not able to kill the soul.
But are not able to kill the spirit. All right?
Right.
When you read that in translation, it says spirit. All right? Keep going.
But rather fear him,
But rather fear him,
which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
right? That's why you got to see it for what it really is. Oh Lord, right? We must worship thee. Like he's gonna make them understand. If you want to fear somebody and you want to worship somebody, worry about the one that created you, because he can definitely kill you.
That's right.
That's what you got. That's what we got to worry about. A lot of us ain't worried about this. We don't even give credit to the Lord about COVID-19. Everybody talking about man made this, man made that. Let's say supposed to, if that's true. Who the hell put that knowledge in that man?
Right.
Did he go to school to get that? No. It had to come from somewhere other than earth.
Right.
Just like every idea.
Right.
Just like every thought.
Right.
Remember the scripture that said he sealeth what? In thy sleep? Sealeth thy instruction in thy sleep.
Okay.
You remember that scripture?
Lie,
Find it.
sir.
Okay.
Find it.
Numbers?
Find it.
No, it's not.
And no.
It's not.
I got Job chapter 33.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of Job chapter 33, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men,
Uh-huh.
and slumberings upon the bed,
Uh-huh.
then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction.
Now you understand. So suppose if it was man-made, the instruction come from somebody greater than that fool. The instruction come, give me the word it says in Ecclesiastes, the wisdom is the world, the wisdom of this world. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know. Anybody tell you, and I've done heard it, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I've done heard it time and time again. And I was like, yeah, if that's true, somebody had to put that thought into that person that came not from this earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up and down. I don't care what, the whole knowledge, everything about knowledge anyway, whether it be beneficial or not, come from somebody
Right,
greater than man.
right.
Straight up and down.
Go ahead, read it, sir.
Yeah, what the one I asked already.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
You see, that's how we know that even if that's true that man made, man, it's not from man, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. It's like base,
Right,
straight up and down. Like you scientists, you're for real.
right,
The Lord can challenge anybody and win, guaranteed.
right,
That's one being that can guarantee winning.
right,
Ain't nobody gonna be here. I don't care how great and
That's
wise and wonderful you think you are, got all wisdom and knowledge and this.
right.
You cannot beat the Lord. He got everything down on lock. So much so that the angels fear him. Satan fears him.
Right,
Think about that.
right,
Satan fears God. The angels fear God.
right,
So if they fear God, who are we not to fear him?
right,
We better fear him quick, or we could be the next victim of COVID-19.
right.
We better fear him quick,
Okay.
or we could be the next victim of getting shot by while we pulled over just for driving black,
Right,
just for driving brown. Could be that. Fear not him which can kill the body, but rather fear him that can kill both the body and spirit in hell. Go ahead, sis.
right.
I'm kind of thinking that in the book. Who he went to the end of the world. What's his name? This was a book where he went to the end of the world, and I think like the angels had disobeyed God or something, got bound or something.
Yeah, okay. That's Christianity, but we'll give you the answer to that real quick if somebody get it, for it said the angels were bound in the New Testament. I'm gonna give you the answer real quick to that. He ain't talk. Christianity done taught that there was a war in heaven. You've heard of that, right? with Lucifer and his angels against God and his angels. And Lucifer lost, and he bound him and the angels, right? They were set down. Boom, right? That's what was taught. That never happened. That's a damn lie. Satan, remember I said Satan fears God. Anything that Satan does on earth, right? Remember, it says he go to and fro. It's in the book of Job. And he has to present himself before God.
Right.
All the time. All the time.
Right.
Okay? And you got to give an account of what he did, what he's accomplished. He don't want to hear what he should have done. God wants to know what you did. Or not, he don't want to know what you're going to do. That don't matter. What you did.
Right.
That's what he want to know. Satan, everything Satan does is ordered by the Lord.
Right.
Everything Satan does. Ordered, approved, sanctioned, whatever word you want to call it. He does not do anything on his own. Point blank, plain and simple. Everybody, the host of heaven does what he says. All right. Now, if you got that,
Go.
Let's go.
Revelation chapter 9, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river
No,
Euphrates.
that's not the one I want.
It's a different
He uses the word chain, but it's talking about the angels being bound. That's not the good.
Is it, I think it was it Enoch? It's Enoch. About when he was on the earth and like that. It was, I forgot how many angels it was. I think it was 7 angels or something.
Okay, what did this come out the book of Enoch?
Yeah, I think
That's garbage, sis.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
About-
Yeah, that's garbage. Don't follow that book. All right. That's this white man or whoever else trying to add to the scripture. All right. There are certain books that when you read the scriptures, prophets were starting to write. The Lord told them not to write it. Right. And Enoch was a prophet. There was a book he started to write, but then the Lord told him, don't write it. Get rid of it. Of course, the devil being the devil, he is talking about our oppressor, put it out there like that. You know?
Salakia, sir, when you said that, maybe you should think about when you talk about the fear, how everybody fears like the corona now.
Uh-huh.
Everybody fears the police and all those other, the pressure and everything.
Yeah.
But they're not spending enough time fearing Most High, sir.
Right. It's true. And that's the whole earth right now. Now, you do have some of the heathens right now because they got no other choice to call on the name of the Lord because they jammed us so badly. You know, they'll be like, no, the Lord, you know, but it's the Lord doing it.
Right.
I want to tell you, man, let me see if this is where it's at. Jude, the book of Jude. One and 6. That's the one she referring to. Well, she of course made it known that she probably read it in the book of Enoch, but that's not that. All right.
Is it Jude 1 and 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her this understanding to understand about angels being bound with chains.
Jude chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate.
Right now, so now religion has us all believing there was this war in heaven, right? Lucifer and his angels, God and Gabriel and the other archangels, right? Fought against Lucifer and his angels, right? That's what Christianity, that's what European doctrine, right?
Right.
Taught us.
Right.
This has nothing to do with that myth. When it says, and the angels would kept not their first estate. This is for everybody. What does it mean? The angels kept not their first estate. First, let's clear out who's these angels. Go ahead.
Salakia, is it referring to the children of Israel?
That's who we're talking about all day long.
Because
Why he uses the term angels?
Because they're the children of the Lord.
Right.
The princes of the power.
Right. When you read that word in Hebrew, what does it say?
Yasha'al.
Alahayim.
Alahayim, that's right.
Alahayim. What's another way to say Alahayim? We're using the English word?
Elohim.
No, gods.
Gods, God,
Right.
God.
Right.
Which means powers.
Right.
Right? Now, how did these angels kept not their first estate? Just by saying that, it should come pop in your head real quick.
Yeah. I mean, we sinned. Meaning our first place in the Garden of Eden.
Wrong. That's yes, but no. That's not how I wanted to hear it. Who else raised their hand? You want to give it a crack? Anyone? You sis? No? No?
It's like we didn't stay in our homeland.
Nope. I'm gonna give it to you for time's sake. We didn't keep our law, statutes, and commandments. That's our first estate. We did not follow the rules and regulations. Understand? Remember, if thou would hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to do, right? Remember we read it 28:1? That's our first estate. We didn't do that. Keep going.
But left their own habitation.
And that's our own habitation. Where we're supposed to dwell. Who's our habitation? Put it like that.
The Most High.
That's the right answer. Keep going.
Come.
He hath reserved an everlasting change under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
What's the everlasting change represent? And don't think everlasting as forever. Think of it as black talk. Think when you read this scripture, think some black or Hispanic or Native Indian is talking to you. Always think that. This is slang talk. We read it right now, it's straight up street talk. Think of it just like that. The whole Bible talk to you street talk. Even though some words are eloquent, but it's still a brother talking to you. How we talk to you. Go ahead.
I want to say, layman's terms, just some strong chains.
It's using the terminology chains. We know chains like the one you got on your neck is strong, right? Hard to break, right? Right? It's saying, read it again one more time, Barack.
He hath reserved an everlasting change under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
The whole thing, the darkness also, you got to understand what is darkness. What is light, Kazakh?
Walking after the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right? Another way of saying it is what? What is light?
Life.
Righteousness.
Wisdom and knowledge.
Right.
That's light.
Right.
So what is darkness?
Sin.
There you go. Being in the world.
Right.
All right. Start to put the pieces together.
Right.
We left our first estate, right? And now we in a everlasting change under darkness, right?
Right.
What's the change? What is the change? Everlasting change. You want to take a crack at this?
You said everlasting.
Chains, yeah, like the chain he got on his neck.
Oh,
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead.
Oh, being under Esau.
You close.
So like prison, sir?
You close. Punishments. Punishments seem like they forever, right? Yes or no? Right? You see that?
Oh, God.
It's not a little everlasting. It's just a matter of slang talk. Like, man, I've been knowing you since forever. You heard that term, right? Right? Well, I hated you since God knows when, right? You use those terms. You don't really mean it you don't really mean like forever and ever and ever. You mean it's a long disposition of time. You know, that's what you mean, right? It's black talk. Remember I said that. When you see these words like this, think it's black people talking to how black people talk to you. See how Commander General how to talk to us?
Right.
Ready to show? You cannot say it's not a black man talking to you, even if he used eloquent words, right? There's no way to say, nah, this ain't a black man talking.
Right.
For as much as the eloquent words he does use, or street words, it's still black talk. Always think that of the Bible. Always. It's either way how a Hispanic would talk to you, because it's still not, the Hispanic, we the Latinos, we just say the same thing you brothers say in Spanish. The exact same thing in the exact same flavor.
Right.
We just say it in Spanish. If it's a brother from Haiti, he gonna say the exact same thing, but in Creole.
Right.
So on and so forth. The Benjamites.
Right.
So on and so forth. Who raised their hand? Go ahead.
It's a lot, sir. That just proves that this is our book.
There you go. There you go. All right. It says unto the judgment of the great day. Right. So meaning what? What does that part mean? So now they're giving you, right? We left our first estate. We mean we stopped following the law, statutes, and commandments, right?
Right.
We left our habitation, which is the Lord, right?
Right.
Reserved us into everlasting change, which is punishment, right? Punishment that seems like it go on forever and ever. And it's change because chains are what? Hard. They right? That chain is hard, yes?
Okay.
If you hit somebody over the head, what's going to happen to their head?
Don't fall.
Bust open, right? Because it's hard material. So we serving on a hard punishment, right? And then it's saying under darkness, you talk about, you already know it's in the world. You sinning, you in the world, not following your first estate,
Right.
not dwelling in your first habitation, which is the Lord.
Right.
What is judgment until the great day? Excuse me, judgment of the great day. Remember, it says unto the judgment of the great day.
So like the destruction of America.
Yeah. In a nutshell, yes. The destruction of America and Esau's kingdom.
Right.
That's the day of judgment. You heard of that part? Right?
Right.
When they fall, who rises?
Israel.
Right? How can you prove that? Somebody give me scripture now. Go ahead.
But Esau is the end of the world. Jacob.
Give me scripture though. Yeah, that is true. That's exactly what I want. Give me scripture for those of us that don't know where it's at. We have 2 minutes. It's in the Apocrypha.
Okay.
Let's get that. We'll wrap it up with that one, all right? Today I'm glad y'all had to work your brains out today. Oh my gosh, Captain Oz, what are you doing to us? I'm doing what was done to me, to y'all. Go ahead.
Okay, I have it.
Hold on for a second. You had it first?
Yes, sir.
Who else had it first?
I got it.
All right, anybody? Okay. I'm gonna let somebody else read it. You've been doing a lot of reading. Go ahead, read, Gary.
Second Esdras 6 and 9.
Uh-huh.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Right. Esau is the end of the world. That is that day of judgment, meaning what? It's the end society.
Right.
This right now, where we live in that, is the last time any stranger is going to rule the planet Earth.
Right.
This stranger in particular is the Europeans, the so-called Europeans, the Cro-Magnon scum of the earth,
Right.
the cave dweller, the Edomites, Esau,
Right.
white man, whatever you want to call him,
Right.
the snake. That's who he is. He's the end of the world. He's the last ruling nation in this. After that, ain't gonna be no other nation ever again. How I know this? Because the scriptures say that Christ's kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. Keep going.
And Jacob is the beginning.
And Jacob, who's Jacob? The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, meaning the household of Jacob.
Right.
When they say that Jacob, it's talking about the household, the families that came out of him.
Right.
Of Jacob is the beginning of what?
The beginning of it that follows.
Of it that follows. The it talking about the next ruling party, governing party,
Right.
and the only ruling party ever after that is the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Point blank, plain and
That's
simple.
right.
Right.
Give it up to the Most High. With
That's
that,
right.
pass the plan to preach all the prophet. Let's go.
Right.
We are the ISUBK at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10, which means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Passover. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, just to stay tuned for the next information concerning Passover. It will be let known to the nation when it's going to happen. Okay, but right now, just stand by is the order. Go ahead.
Okay. Remind Akim and Akwakim to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupk events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black, which means black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, black headband or scarf. With that, I say Amaizu, which means to stand. Wakpaya, which means turn and face the east. Wakpaya Hakodam. Wapanya Hakodam,
which means turn face the east.
Which means turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Badash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakutah, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, the Thundanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaki now, Kabawaki now, Kasalaki now, Kabawaki with now, Kabawaki now, Wala'a, W.I. now, Banasaya 1, Abba, Hawashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwa, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahathaparith, La'iwa Layamim, Aman.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
With that, I say, sorry. We're going to do Hakak the power. Repeat after me. Yahweh. Ba Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kashab. The Thundanawa. Hakak. La Para'ah. Kamalakwa. Kamakala. Wakala. Wakamadawa. Haka. Lahatar.
Let me see who you at. Yeah, Latahar.
Hamata Zariam. Hakak. Lahakwia. Hamakwia. Hakak. Arakawa. Hatama'ala. Lagarashah. Ba Hashem. Yahweh Shai. The Wad Aman. And in English,
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. Power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Power structure. Blessing for the power structure.
Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Alahayim? Matazabaya. Alawap Yohana.
Alawap Yohana.
Ha-Alawapium.
Ha-Alawapium.
Ha-Azaranium.
Hasaranium.
Ha-Saranium.
Hasaranium. Hakwatazayanyam.
Ha-Quatazayum.
Hakwatazayanyam. Hachayayayam.
Ha-Chayayum.
Hachayayam.
Waha-Aquiyum.
Wahakwatiyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The Wad Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Let me see the slide. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you,
And
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh
And
Shai.
Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
The manager Yohana.
The manager
The
Yohana.
generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Verses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and
And
earth.
all things living.
Of all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against us.
that speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and
To
destruction
the heathen.
to the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure
Of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their
To
riches.
enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evil and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction
To the Edomites.
to the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug
The
dealers.
court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitazi.
Posse
The
Comitazi.
gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airwaves.
Cable access channels.
Cable access
And
channels.
the radio channels.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the
Of
spirit
many of thy people.
of many of thy
That
people
seek to stop us.
that seek to stop
And
us
bring swift destruction.
and bring swift destruction
To all the heathens.
to all the heathens
That stand in the way.
that stand in the way
Or try to stop us.
or try to stop us
Broadcasting your words.
from broadcasting your words
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the planes.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the planes.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the planes.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
And cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plagues
Let the plagues
shake the house of the thief
shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying
and
saucers
punish all the heathens
and punish all the
that
heathens
come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause it to be known by all.
that it is the angels
And it is the
that
angels
have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the media
through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to shake at thy
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
We'll say, bless Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Going up. Good. Yahweh.
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 Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Wabayah.
Wahabaya.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagun.
Hagan.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The Wad Aman.
The word Amen.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us
And Israel.
and Israel
And the school.
and the school.
Bless.
bless,
heal,
heal,
shield,
shield,
protect
protect
all our loved ones.
all our loved
In
ones.
the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Man of Israel, Sar. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Man of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad, Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
Yazmatah. Sar. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister.
You're going to face this way, sis.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Man of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad, Barak. Yahweh Shema Adam Hashem Yahushua.
Somebody else.
So this is what you say. You put your hands, right hand over your left hand, and you say Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Shema,
Alathan,
Alathan,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahushua.
Yahweh.
And what you just said was Yahweh, that's the Lord's name in Hebrew, and the name of Yahushua, that's Christ's name in Hebrew. Watch over you. In the name Yahweh Shema Alathan Bashem Yahushua. Yeah, that's what you just said right there in Hebrew.
Okay.
That's it.
Yazmatah. Dismiss.
Drove to that.
I put the left. I left.